Money used to buy a potter's field. Prophecy fulfilled. What happens when betrayal becomes a means to fulfill a prophecy written centuries earlier? The prophet Zechariah foretold an extraordinary moment involving a specific price, 30 pieces of silver, and its startling use. In Zechariah 11:13 we read, "And the Lord said to me, throw it to the potter, that princely price they set on me. So I took the 30 pieces of silver and threw them into the house of the Lord for the potter." How could this ancient prophecy find its exact fulfillment in Matthew 27:9-10? Let's uncover this compelling story. The story begins with Judas Iscariot, one of Jesus' 12 disciples. After walking with Jesus for 3 years, witnessing miracles and hearing his teachings, Judas chose to betray him for 30 pieces of silver, a sum foretold in Zechariah 11:12-13. This betrayal was a painful yet essential part of God's redemptive plan. As the events unfolded, Judas handed Jesus over to the religious leaders, leading to his arrest and eventual crucifixion. But the story of the 30 silver coins didn't end there. Overcome with guilt and despair, Judas returned the money to the chief priests and elders, confessing, "I have sinned by betraying innocent blood." Matthew 27:4. The priests, unmoved by his remorse, coldly replied, "What is that to us? You see to it." In anguish, Judas threw the coins into the temple and went away, consumed by regret. Now the chief priests faced a dilemma. The 30 pieces of silver were considered blood money, tainted and unfit to be placed in the temple treasury. Seeking a solution, they decided to use the money to buy a potter's field, a piece of land used to bury strangers. This seemingly small decision fulfilled Zechariah's prophecy with remarkable precision. Then was fulfilled what was spoken by Jeremiah the prophet, saying, "And they took the 30 pieces of silver, the value of him who was priced, whom they of the children of Israel priced, and gave them for the potter's field, as the Lord directed me." Matthew 27:9-10. The details are astonishing. Zechariah's prophecy not only predicted the amount, 30 pieces of silver, but also described its fate. The money was thrown into the house of the Lord, then used to purchase a potter's field, fulfilling the prophecy to the letter. But why a potter's field? Potter's fields were often filled with discarded clay and broken pottery, symbolic of rejection and uselessness. How fitting that this blood money, tied to the betrayal of Jesus, was used to buy such a place. Yet even this symbol of rejection pointed to the redemption Jesus would bring. His sacrifice turned rejection into restoration, brokenness into beauty. Skeptics might argue that this alignment of prophecy and fulfillment was contrived or coincidental. But how could Zechariah, writing over 500 years earlier, predict such specific details? And why would the chief priests, who despised Jesus, unknowingly fulfill a prophecy about him? The prophecy of Zechariah 11:13 and its fulfillment in Matthew 27:9-10 reveal the intricate and sovereign plan of God. Even in betrayal and rejection, God's purpose prevailed, demonstrating that no detail is outside his control. This story challenges us to reflect. What will we do with Jesus? The rejection symbolized by the potter's field invites us to turn to him, who transforms broken lives into vessels of honor. Will you accept the one who was betrayed for you?